The Miami Hurricanes defeats the Virginia Tech Hokies. Miami goes to 3-3 on the season, and we should be happy, right? Miami just ended their 3-game losing streak. We should be happy, right? Mario Cristobal gets his first ACC win. We should be happy, right? I wanted to, guys. I wanted to make this video and focus on the positives. When I'm looking at these games and I'm getting ready to record a video, I really like to look at a narrative. And throughout this game, I said, hey, I see a lot of good. It's not perfect. I see a lot of good. And I was ready to come on here and honestly be kumbaya, focus on the positive. And then the second half happened. And there's a difference when you're blowing out a team 42-21. They scored last 2 touchdowns. That's not ideal, but I understand it happening. But when you have a team down 20-0, should have been a lot more, 20-0, and you have a chance to put out a shutout, to put on a shutout in this day's game, man, when we entered that fourth quarter with a shutout, I thought we were going to see the best defensive performance. I thought we were going to see the passion, the heart. I thought the defense would go to another level knowing if we go hard this fourth quarter, we can have a shutout, which I think means a lot. Would mean a lot to Kevin Steele, would mean a lot to these defensive players. But what happened? It was a letdown. Offensively and defensively. It was a letdown. The offense went into sleep mode until we finally needed a first down to finish the game. The defense in that fourth quarter, bad angles, missed tackles, getting juked, missing assignments, no energy. And think about everything I just said, but I do want to say Akeem Mesidor, Leonard Taylor, them boys going to be a problem. Them boys are already a problem. Akeem Mesidor dominated his position in the against Virginia Tech, and he's been doing it the whole season. Leonard Taylor, the same thing. But when I look back at those are the only two. I'm trying to make sure I don't overlook anybody, but those are the only two that stayed consistent. Everybody else, for the most part, in the fourth quarter, for the most part, just let it go. Just let it go. And I expected when we entered the fourth quarter with zeros on the board, I really thought this defense was going to go to the next level, and they didn't. It let me down. Offense, same thing. Too many penalties. I think they finished with 16, 17 penalties. Too many penalties. Too many penalties. Too many penalties. And I really wanted to come on here and be excited, but honestly, when the game ended, let me know how you guys felt, but it kind of felt like a loss. It was not a loss. We win. I'm happy about that, but I don't know, man. Offensive-wise, we got to give a shout-out to Tyler Van Dyke. He had another good game. Amazon prime delivery to Kobe Young in the back of the end zone. Kobe Young snagging a one-hander. He had a hell of a game. I was one of the people that said, hey, guys, calm down on the Kobe Young hype. Let him do it in game. He said, oh, you want me to do it in game? I'll do it in game. He had a hell of a game. Defensively, I already talked about those two guys, Akeem Mesidor and Leonard Taylor. But overall, this is a team that is injured and that isn't good enough right now. You know, a lot of people always in my DMs, they say, why don't we just bench this player? Why don't we bench that player? And this is why we brought Mario Cristobal, because realistically, we cannot hold players accountable. For instance, if you say, James Williams, we're going to take you out of the game because you keep shoulder tackling people and getting ran over and missing tackles, then you got to put in Cam or Avante Williams. And then you see Avante Williams misjudge a pass and almost give up a touchdown, missing assignments. Who do we put in after that? Cam playing hero ball. If we take him out, who do we put in after that? This team does not have the proper depth to properly hold players accountable. And I think that is why we got Mario Cristobal in here, because he is an elite recruiter. And he's going to give us that depth. So we are we're not a good team, and we're an injured team. So when you put a not very good team with a team that is missing several of their offensive line, because the offensive line was playing well, then injuries start to happen. And once you break up that starting five, it shows. It shows because we can't run. Now, big shout out to Gaddis. I like that he brought out the Wildcat with Ja'Cory Brown. But all starts, passing, and it's just, yesterday was too much. And it's little things like that that's going to get you beat against a team like Clemson. If we go to a bowl game against a bowl game team, against a 2-5 Virginia Tech, yeah, we can blow assignments. Yeah, we can have 17 penalties. Yeah, we can do that because they're ass. But if we want to get better, which I at a point in this game, I said, it seems like we're progressing. And then the second half happened. So there's that. Overall, we got a lot of work to do. And that's just the bottom line. We got a lot of work to do. I do want to touch base on one more thing. Tyler Van Dyke, although 2 touchdowns, over 300 yards, there's things he's doing that won't hurt him against a team like Virginia Tech, that will hurt him against very good teams. For example, the play where he throws it to Kobe Young, hell of a play, hell of a catch. But the play before that, we ran a play to somebody who we thought would be open in the back of the end zone. Tyler didn't even read the play. He just hiked the ball and threw it up, double coverage, almost threw an interception. In the second half, he just threw the ball to Kobe Young almost every time. Was just throwing it. Wasn't really reading it. The defense looked like he was just like, here, throw it. Luckily, none of the passes were really cost us. But I say this to say this. Although he did put up, I called out the numbers. There are things that Tyler can do better. And if he doesn't get better at working with this offense, making the proper reads, not just chunking up. There's a difference when he throws the ball in front of Kobe Young and only Kobe Young can catch it, and he's giving this receiver a chance, to 2 guys being on the receiver and him just making that read before the play even starts and just chunking it. So those are a couple things. Miami's 3-3. We'll see we'll see what happens against Duke, because Duke won't be a pushover, but we got to get healthy. And when we get healthy, I think we can see this team improve. But right now, we don't have the depth to properly hold players accountable. I'm out. Peace.